Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Door Shutter coming back to you with episode 12 of FTB Skies, and today we are quickly going to look at something because I have a scroll on the top here that is the dreadnought stave, and that is actually a bow. Yeah, right here, made available due to an item in your inventory. Okay. Replaces the stave with a dreadnought stave crafted from the given materials. Dreadnought staves are more powerful than typical bow staves. Material hardness increases strength and draw time. Material flexibility increases strength and slightly decreases draw time. So stick, wood, or metal. So if we put wood in here, I need more wood. Okay. Well, I have plenty of it. So what does this do? So less spread. Okay. And then a little bit more draw time, a little bit more durability, and a little bit more strength. So if I have netherite here. What would this do? Little less spread. Draw time is increased significantly, but strength. Projectiles fired when fully drawn will deal 11 to 17.5 damage and have initial velocity of 4.9 blocks per tick. Honestly, I'm okay with this one. This is going to be like a long bow. Let's go for it. Look at this thing. This thing looks nuts. Alright, where's an arrow? Give me an arrow. Do I have an arrow? I need an arrow. Arrow. Okay. Oh yeah, that draw time is pretty bad. But between this episode and last, I have started working on a new redesigned base. And I think this is what I'm going to go with. I just got done with the roof here, and I like this. I actually am enjoying how this looks. Of course, I still haven't got the walls done, but we're not focused on that today. So I've got, I think, 21 of these set down here, and we're going to grab some villagers, because I have quite a few of them. Not a whole lot, but quite a few. And we're going to go plop them into each one of these, and I will probably convert these into an auto trader at some point. But for right now, I'm going to make these into librarians. So we can kind of just look at more enchants. Kind of build up our tools a little bit, I think, at the end of the day. And then that way we don't have to worry about tools for the rest of the series, basically. And I think that's a good idea. Ooh, I just had a perfect amount. Okay, so one of my questions, I know we can do this, right? He becomes a librarian. But my other question is, if I take him out... Okay, so he is just a librarian permanently. Alright. Let's see. I don't really know what kind of enchants are in this. I know looting 3 was one that I can, like, commonly see. So maybe the enchants were changed or something in this pack. But I have no idea. Let's see. And I know there's some, like, disabled enchants. Sheared wool will change to random colors. Beekeeping, unbreaking. I don't know if we're going to find anything that's actually genuinely good, though. Okay, so after about, like, 10-15 minutes, I finally have a mending book. So let's actually quickly just grab that. I think what I'll do is I will try and get a few decent villagers and go from there. I don't think I'm going to do like an entire, like every enchant that I possibly could ever need, because honestly I think it's going to take too long. But we also have the converter in Easy Villagers, which you just feed splash potions or any potion of weakness basically, and a golden apple, and it will convert the villagers in one block. So that way their trades are lesser in value, of course. That'd be pretty cool to do. So yeah, here's like multi-shot. I won't use that. I personally don't use slingshot or a crossbow. So, you know. But I can actually probably get a couple of these books for armor. I'm going to keep refined obsidian as my armor for now, because it's pretty dang decent. I think it's actually better than netherite, which is pretty cool. And I've turned the filter off here, so I can actually get that, which I most likely won't get a lot of that for a little while. But, okay, so we already have sturdy guards, so I'm not going to keep that. Alrighty, so we're going to switch gears here, and we're going to mess around with bobbly heart canisters. I've got some wither bones here, which we need. And I think what else we need is this. Okay. And we also need a heart canister. It looks like we have a soul amulet as well. I'm not 100% sure what the difference is. Okay, one is just like much more expensive. And it probably gives you it like like after death and stuff, maybe. Who knows? Guess we'll see in the future. So canisters are made with that. All right, so first things first, let's get the heart amulet here. And it looks like I need a couple pieces of string. I don't remember how many we can have of these. We're going to try, I think, let's check the actual thing here. Okay, so it doesn't tell me in there either. All right, so let's just start off by making 5 of these. Tossing them in here. And if we equip this, which I don't even know... Right here, heart amulet. So you can see down here that we just got quite a few hearts. I get what? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 hearts. And we can then... I guess we could go for another 5. I don't think... Okay, so yeah, we could just use these for something else as well, right? So we don't need to worry about any of this being like making too much of these. Okay, so let's just make all of them. Okay, so 10 is the max. So let's see. I think that's good. And then how do we make yellows? We do need golden apples though. Oh, so we have a recipe for this. Fantastic. I'm okay with that then. So miniature yellows are made with miniature melted yellow hearts and something in the center. Okay, so melted red hearts actually will give us the yellows. Alright. Let me get those smelted, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we have now 10 yellow heart canisters. And this is as far as we can get right now, because I, of course, don't have shulker boxes, or shulker shells in any capacity. But like blue heart canisters, and then purple... The soul hearts. I'm kind of wondering what those are. I don't even know. Let's get these into this here. And we can have 10 blue, 10 green. But we do need to make 10 green. Or 20 green. Then to make 10 blue. And then to make 10 soul heart canisters whenever we have that option available. So we toss this in here and we now have several rows of hearts, which is absolutely fantastic. And we won't have to really worry about hearts in the future. I'm kind of curious, how do we end up going to the end? Let's see. Is there... Okay, so into the void, visit the end. The next step is to reach the end. There are 2 methods to do this. Craft end portal frames, which is gated behind the Gaia Guardian. Fly there using Ad Astra. See its chapter here. Okay, so we're going to have to go into one of those mods. Okay, I really was hoping we didn't have to do that, but whatever. We'll get there. Okay, so Alright. So it looks like we've got a lot of things to get into. And I think what I'm going to do is quickly come up with what power system we're going to be using. And I'm probably going to get Certus Quartz Dust up and going with the Amethyst Sieves, which is basically this system over here, just using dust. And I believe... What is dust? So we just put the sand on chiseled sandstone with a hammer to make dust. Okay. So let me get that done, get the amethyst mesh stuff going, so then we can have Certus Quartz. Alright, so I did forget that we do need to get into Mekanism for the way to get Certus Quartz. If we look here, the way to get Certus Quartz in this pack is the Enrichment Chamber. So we need to get there before we can actually get anywhere else, right? Or we could auto trade emeralds with this. But honestly, I'm just going to go with the enrichment chamber for now. And we're going to make a sterling dynamo, which we have here. And we're going to need some at pipes. This is just going to be temporary until we can get a little bit further. And then I think I'm going to make some new numismatic dynamos, which if you don't know what those are, we can look at them real quick here. So the numismatic dynamo is actually operated by coins. And each coin has a different energy amount. And you can see here, netherite has the most. And since we have an indefinite amount of netherite scrap and gold, I was thinking maybe we create a system that is completely powered off of coins. We do need a multi-servo press, which requires the numismatic die, a netherite ingot. You get 3. So technically, you could run 3 off of 1 if you get this to the max tier of augment. And I think you could just do 1 for 3 because these should not burn up instantly, right? So we can't see the time that this works, but I would assume it's enough to allow for another coin to be made so you don't have to worry about backlog. So I'm thinking we do 3 dynamos per 1 multi-servo press, and then we do probably 9 multi-servo presses, 9 or 10, maybe 10, so we just have 30 outright numismatic dynamos. And then, of course, we need to autocraft netherite and all of that stuff. But for right now, that is in the future. So the first thing we need to get is the metallurgic infuser from Mekanism here. Looks like we actually need osmium. All right. So, metallurgic infuser. We're probably just going to set this down here for right now. And then this is just going to be off of coal. So we're going to grab a stack of coal blocks. Throw those in there. And this should start getting power once we hit... Where is... Create wrench? That should work. Hit that with output. And now we can start getting a few things here. There is a quest line. There's also a quest line for dynamos as well, but I just haven't done that. I'm not really caring. Energy, speed, and muffling. Energy, speed, and muffling. Okay. Let me just toss these in here real quick. And I guess we could look at the quest line. So steel casing. Of course, we need to make steel. I think we'll do a pretty decent steel system in this one. Steel dust. Okay. So it looks like we have to go with Mekanism again, which is fine, but I think we can figure out something to do with that. But to make steel, normally we need to get steel dust. Steel dust is enriched iron and coal, or enriched carbon, whatever one. Enriched carbon is the best one here because it gives you 8 instead of 1. But enriched iron is made with iron and coal, carbon, and that makes that. So basically what we'll be doing here is let's grab the couple stacks of iron. Let me just put stuff away real quick. So stack of iron, stack of coal, and we'll come down here, and I'll probably make another metallurgic infuser real quick, but then we should have that working. We can set up another one. Let's actually clear all of this and say output to the left, then input on the top, and we could grab a chest and put a chest here as well. And on the right, we'll put extra, and we'll grab a couple coal blocks and all of that jazz real quick here. All right. So we could put iron up here, coal here, and I think we could just put a chest right here for right now. And let's grab osmium. Grab a couple more bits of furnaces. Iron, redstone. Another one of these bad boys. And I don't know if this will actually run off of this, but we'll see. We might need another Sterling dynamo as well. Okay. And then coal. And we can say clear, input, and then output on the top, and then extras on the left. Okay. So this. I don't have any coal right now, but, you know. And that should also have auto eject on. Can you not pull from this? And you can't pull from this. I forget. Mekanism doesn't have auto pulling. Okay. Quick fix, we just move everything. So move this over here. Move this to over here. This should be fine. Actually, this one should be fine too. And then... So we just want that, that. Okay. Toggle that. Put the iron back in here. And then here, we can pick this back up. There we go. And the same thing with this chest. Alright, and that should be fixed. And then we just smack that. Throw the enriched iron back in here. And that will make steel, which is fantastic. Okay, and then we can take this and smelt it. This is going to take a while. And we're also out of power because I didn't put this back. There we go. Alrighty, so I quickly went ahead and I've made some infused alloy, which is iron and redstone. And then I went ahead and I've made the basic control circuit with osmium and redstone. Of course, this is still kind of crafting up here, but the osmium actually takes more redstone than the iron one. So you can look here. So this takes 10. This takes, I believe, 20. So this is 2 pieces of redstone per, while this one is only a 1 per. So keep that in mind. All right. Let's get into creating the enrichment chamber here. Let's go for enrichment. So that is an enrichment chamber. And I think we should just be able to smack this down right here for right now. And we will start getting some Certus Quartz. And I believe what we'll do is we'll come back next episode and we'll work on power systems to kind of get starting towards the new schematic dynamos, getting auto crafting for the coins, the netherite, ingots, all of that stuff. And I think we'll also probably get into... I'll probably work on getting the sand and an end stone material generation stuff done. I don't know if I'll do the end stone for ender pearls. I might just void ender pearls outright so we can just get dimensional shards. But sand, I don't know if I showed you, we have 3 sets of waterlogged and then 2 that are not. So this will give you like bamboo and I believe a cactus and a few other things if we have amethyst mesh on top. So I'm going to get this all done off camera. I'm going to get the house done off camera. And I'm going to get a ton of Certus Quartz off camera. And then next episode we'll come back and we will get a head start on power systems. And then we will then get into refined storage. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!